Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back once again to the Real Nerdy Reviews live stream. I'm officially celebrating 1,000 YouTube subscribers. I had planned on doing this another day, but I figured since I have some free time on my hands, why not go ahead and celebrate this today? So, man, last night I hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers. As of right now, I think I'm sitting at 1,013. It's kind of crazy because I've been trying to I've been trying to figure out like kind of like what's the next goal of what I'm trying to do, because normally um I just kind of like have it at like a I'm so used to always going for like that next, you know like if I'm at like 920 subscribers, my goal is to get to 930. So it's like now that I finally reached 1,000, my goal is just to try and go up from there. And man, it has been nothing short of a it's been nothing short of a ride. And honestly, I can't thank all of y'all enough for the support. It's been just an unbelievable ride, man. Like I said, 3 years ago I started YouTube, and I was sitting at less than 40 or 50 subs, I believe. And so now when I look at my YouTube channel, I'm officially sitting at over 1,000, which is really crazy. So the next thing, my next big goal I'm trying to get to is 4,000 watch time hours. Um, that's the next big goal that I'm after, is because I need to get my watch time hours up. And so I'm definitely doing a lot more streaming and a lot more longer videos. I'll be doing shorts, but every once in a while. Shorts really almost are like a cheat code sometimes when it comes to the YouTube channel, because it helps you get your subscribers up in some cases. But in some cases, you may just get the views, but it won't build your subscribers up. You know what I'm saying? So it really it really helped out to get my channel where it is right now. But hopefully, people who did subscribe stick around and it just keeps on building. As of right now, 100% my goal is to get to 1,100 subscribers. So right now, I just need about 90, 93 more people, I think, to subscribe to get me up to that goal. So yeah, it's a lot of work to get there. A lot of work to get there. But man, it's been nothing but a journey. And again, thank you to everybody that's been supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody that's been watching me grow. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. Sorry about the pause. Your boy is back. Just trying to share this on Twitter. That way people at least know that I'm live streaming. But I forgot what my train of thought was. But yeah, just to see the growth that I've had has been nothing short of amazing. And like I said, my goal is just to keep going from here, get my channel up to 4,000 watch time hours, hopefully sooner rather than later. It has been nothing short of a ride to finally um, get to this goal. I'm still in awe. It's still a shock to me to see that I'm at 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Like I keep looking at it, expecting it to change, which I do hope it changes, but I hope it goes in the right direction, which is up and not down. And I got a lot of y'all to thank for that, man, for real, for real. I know there's been a lot of talk of the whole DC slate, and I did a live about that, or no, I did a video about that the other day. Um, and like I said, I would on a scale from 1 to 10, I definitely give it a 6. As far as my excitement for it, it's not really high. There are probably like about 4 projects on there that I'm curious about, but for the most part, everything else I'm just kind of like, I'm not super excited about. I'm not super excited about because it's just nothing that it's a lot of stuff I'm looking at that has just kind of got me like I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know who these characters are. I don't know what their backstories are. I don't know um much about them to be super excited. You know what I'm saying? But I guess if there's one good thing about this is that at least we have a direction now. And from the looks of it, it is a soft reboot to the DC universe, not a full reboot to the DC universe. Because because obviously it's a lot of people character wise, some part of the DC universe, and some characters that are gone. But I was just watching Nerd Culture's Toxics live stream. I was on his live stream, and somebody brought up the idea of why didn't they just go down the road of bringing on the regular Justice League team that we all wanted from the beginning. It would have made perfect sense instead of going down this road of giving us some known characters and then giving us some unknown characters. Like I understand it probably would have been obvious, but I still think it would have been better if they would have just given us excuse me, if they would have just given us the Justice League team that we all wanted. Give them each all their own movie and then decide to give them all a team movie. Not this whole we're gonna give y'all you know Booster Gold and these different teams and stuff like that. I know some of it is animated, but still, I was like, I want to see the Justice League done right. And maybe I know this ain't the whole first. I know this ain't the whole first chapter. I know this is just a little small sample of what the first chapter is, but it's like I still want to see the Justice League team done right. And then I know we got like this Wonder Woman prequel TV show coming out, and I don't know. I just feel like if he was gonna do all this, he could have just kept got it and just went a completely different direction. But then obviously bringing in a new younger Superman and then a new Batman, and then whoever else he's gonna bring in, it probably would not have made much sense for them to keep her around and then try and fit her in too soon. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see where this universe is going. This is the most DC news I've heard in a long, long time, probably since hashtag restore the the Snyderverse got started. This is the most I've seen in a long time. So, um, yeah, I'm just like trying to be optimistic about it. I'm not super excited about it, but I'm hoping that it gets off on the right foot and goes from there. I know one of the other things we got is this Amanda Waller TV show. On a scale from 1 to 10, honestly, I'm gonna give it a 7. As far as how curious I am about that, because I still have to go back. I guess and watch Peacemaker now that I know that we get this Amanda Waller TV show. So, yeah, there's that. What else do we got? you got the lanterns. Yeah, so the lanterns. As far as the lanterns go, again, that's something that I am on a scale from 1 to 10. I guess I can give that like a. I can give that a 7. I'm on a scale of 1 to 7. I can get that a 7. As far as what my excitement is, I think I'm hoping it would actually be good. Um, I hope they just. It looks like my. It feels like to me a buddy cop kind of thing is what they're gonna be giving us. It's what they're gonna be giving us. As far as unknown TV shows like The Authority and I forgot the other name of the team that's on the lineup. As far as everything else goes, I'm just kind of like I'm iffy about it. I'm just wondering about this direction that we are getting. And as far as the old stuff, you got Shazam, you got Blue Beetle, you got Aquaman, and you got the Flash. I know the Flash is supposed to reset the whole entire DC universe. So, yeah, there's that. I'm not really excited for this ending of the lineup because we already know it's going to be reset, so there's nothing for me to get excited about. And then, of course, you got people online who are like, "Oh, James Gunn needs to be fired. James Gunn needs to be fired." Um, you know what I'm saying? James Gunn needs to be fired. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make any sense. Um, why they want to go down that road and fire James Gunn? You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't. Well, not fire James Gunn, but it's like David Zaslav hired James Gunn for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So he trusts him with a vision, and he's hoping that he can bring his vision to life. You know what I'm saying? He's hoping he can bring his vision. Uh, universe to success. I have no interest. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So I'm hoping that James Gunn knows what he's doing. I'm hoping, like I said in a lot of my other videos, that he's picked Kevin Feige's brain, and he's gonna get his. He knows where he wants to go with this. Um, I know it's not what a lot of people expected as far as like his as far as like his I know it's not what he's expected as far as like. Hey, if anybody in the chat can hear me, let me know right now because I'm not seeing it pop up on the So anybody in the chat, let me know if you can. Okay, I think we're back. All right. So I'm not sure how much this thing lost, but yeah. Looking at the DC universe, I mean, I hope James Gunn knows what he's doing. I think David Zaslav wouldn't have brought him on if he didn't know what he was doing. Obviously, he's been around Marvel long enough to pick their brains, so he knows. Like, look, um, he knows. He has to have a clear direction, and that's the one thing that has been missing besides structure in the DCU is a direction because the old regime was green lighting everything under the sun, and it just made no sense, man. It made no sense. So now that we officially, excuse me, have a now that we officially have a what's the word I'm looking for? A plan in place. It actually helps out. You know what I'm saying? It helps out that they got a plan. It helps that they got some structure. And like I said, even though I'm iffy about a lot of this stuff that's in the lineup, I'm hoping that James Gunn knows what he's doing. We can go from there. Well, not we, but they can go from there. I just wish we would have. I just wish he would have went the obvious route and gave us the just the Justice League team, like the main team, and just gave them all a single movie before he decided to do a big superhero team up. Also, anybody, if you can click the link, if you want to join into the live stream, I usually don't do this, man. It's right there. If y'all can see it, let me know if you can. I'm definitely trying to do a lot of collaborations this year, especially with my channel because I'm trying to get my watch time hours up. So sometimes it does help to have somebody else to talk to and rock with. But again, back to this DCEU. Like I said, finally it's some structure. It's just this unknown characters that I'm iffy about. But hey, if James Gunn and Peter Shaffer have been working on this for this long, I'm gonna try and trust it. I'm gonna try and trust it. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm just iffy because I want to see it do good, but I don't know. It's a mystery. You know what I'm saying? You got some stuff you know about, some stuff you don't. Like you finna have two Batman in the DC universe. Well, one in DCU and then one in its own universe. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Um, so I'm trying to be optimistic, man. I'm trying to be optimistic here about what James Gunn is bringing to the table. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. I don't want to worry, but it's crazy. A lot of people are not happy, especially like the Snyder fans, because a lot of them are posting fire James Gunn, have been posting fire James Gunn on social media. And I don't think you're ever gonna be able to change their minds. Obviously, they want uh, Zack Snyder's vision to go to Netflix, but obviously that's not gonna happen. I highly doubt it. As much as I would love to see him finish his vision, I don't think it's gonna happen. But I was watching somebody else's video, Robert Storm's video, earlier today, and he was talking about how a lot of people were not supporting the DCEU and how none of y'all were going to the movies and supporting these movies and showing up. And now it's like, oh, it's getting restarted and y'all don't like what the new vision is, but none of y'all supported the old vision when we had it. Nobody supported Black Adam. I ain't gonna lie, I waited to see Black Adam. Okay, I didn't jump in line to go see it, but I didn't like the movie, so I'm kind of glad I didn't go support it. So I've heard a lot of people talk about Elseworld. What in the world is Elseworld? I have no idea what that is. Is that like I said, I've never been a big fan of the whole multiverse thing, so I'm not sure if this is like, okay, Elseworld is another DC universe set somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure what the Elseworld thing is, but yeah, I'm just hoping that this turns out to be a success. Um, the only thing I don't understand what he has on the slate, the big thing for me, is the whole Supergirl thing. I don't understand that one at all because it's like we we had Supergirl on TV. Then they had Supergirl appear in the Flash movie. Then I guess the big thing was she was gonna get her own movie. And at the time, the way it was looking, Supergirl was gonna play Superman, and then they're gonna play.
I should definitely do that. All right, so back again. Sorry about that. Got the camera on for certain reasons because I'm not really at home right now. But anyway, yeah, I had to kind of wait for a second. Hopefully, I'm back now. So anyway, technical difficulties. I had to kind of take a call real quick. So that's the reason I'm off the camera because I'm not at home at the moment doing this live stream. So anyway, back to this DCU universe. Um, like I said, I'm trying to trust in James Gunn on what the vision is, but I'm trying to be open minded. That's my biggest thing. I'm trying to keep open mind to it. At least if there's one thing that brings me happiness, at least we got some structure now. Because that's one thing that the DC universe has been missing for such a long time was structure. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing DC universe was missing for so long was structure. Oh, and dang Chris, there should be a link, man. Hit the link and then it would let you in and then just go from there. Um and then just go from there. But anyway, yeah, just trying to keep open mind to it, man. I know we got Marvel projects coming out this year. I think the first one coming up is Ant-Man this month. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super excited to see Ant-Man. I don't think that it's going to sell out. That's a good question. I have to check the lineup. This year, there's not really a whole lot of stuff I'm super excited to see, especially now that the DC universe is going into a new direction. Um, what's on my list of most excitement that I got to see? Um, honestly, I had to think because there's nothing really right now that I want to see that's got me pumped up. Um, nothing in Marvel, nothing Warner Brothers. There's really nothing I'm super excited to see this year. There's really nothing I'm super excited to see this year because it's just nothing that's got my interest. I'm trying to think if Marvel's dropping anything on the movie side, but nothing I can think of. If anything would have came out, I probably if there's one movie would have came out this year, I probably would have said Blade. Because I would have liked to see the direction it would have gone on with Blade. Yeah, I would have liked to see the direction it would have gone in with Blade. So, yeah, that's the only one I could think of that would have got me excited. But everything else, I'm kind of like iffy about as far as the lineup goes. But yeah, there's nothing super exciting right now that's got my attention that I feel like I need to see. Doesn't matter if it's Marvel or outside of Marvel. But what about y'all out there in the chat? Anything y'all excited to see this year? Any movies coming out? Um, like I said, I'm trying to keep an open mind to everything I see, um, just to give it a shot, give it a chance. Just to give it a shot, give it a chance. Like I said, I did post the link if anybody wants to join in on the stream. I think I might have this going just a little bit longer. I usually been trying to stream for at least maybe like an hour or two. Some of my streams been shorter. I'm gonna have to step up my. I'm gonna have to get more hours on my streaming, right? Because I definitely need to be doing more streaming. So maybe at least 2 or 3 streams a week, um, and then just go from there. And then just go from there. But how do you feel about some of the titles that we got? Like you got Batman Brave and the Bold, and then you got Superman Legacy. Like I feel like Superman Legacy is a title that he should have used for like the third Superman film. If this new Superman would have got a trilogy, I feel like Superman Legacy would have been a good title for that. But I feel like just doing a Superman Legacy right now for the first film, it just sounds weird. Like that would have been a cool title if they would have did like a documentary on all the Superman. Then I could see that. But just naming the Superman Legacy, especially for like the first film and a new series, it just sounds weird. It just sounds weird. So I know that Ezra Miller, not Ezra Miller, but I know that James Gunn came out and said that about the Flash film. Uh, you know what? With Ezra Miller's troubles and everything, man, it doesn't leave me excited. I think the suit looks good, and I know a lot of people have been saying that basically it's gonna be like 3 flashes in the film because one of the main villain in the movie is basically himself somehow, some way. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it's good, but I just don't have no interest in seeing any of these DCEU properties because of the fact that everything's getting rebooted. It don't make sense to watch them. It don't make sense to watch them. Um, but I like the suit. I like the suit. I think the suit fits the like it fits the video games, like the multiverse. You know, one of the Flash in the multiverse where Lois dies. I forgot the name of it. The Injustice Gods Among Us. I think it fits that suit. It looks way better than the crappy suit we got in the 2017 Justice League movie. This suit looks way better than that suit. But I don't know, man. Ezra Miller with all his trouble, it just doesn't leave me excited to see this movie, man. If we knew it was something good coming after it, if this universe is gonna keep on going, then I would be geeked for it. But knowing that it's not, it just doesn't leave me excited. If there's any other movie I wanted to see, I'm kind of still wanting to see it is the Aquaman film because I did like the last Aquaman movie that came out. It was good, but I think it was just a little too long. I think they could have cut a lot of stuff out. So if there's anything I'm looking forward to, it's the Aquaman film. But knowing that it's the end of this universe, it does leaves me disappointed. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, knowing that this universe is coming to an end, it's just the excitement is hard to build up because we know that the universe is going to get reset after all this. So, oh, you mean Batman Part 2? Honestly, I'm looking forward to that. I think that was that coming out next, no, 2025, right? I think Batman Part Two is coming out in 2025. I almost forgot about the Joker movie. I don't think this coming out this year either, though. But I think it's gonna be a musical. But I feel like that's one movie that should have been one and done. I don't feel like they should have made the Batman, not the Batman, but the Joker movie into a sequel. I think it was fine as a one and done thing. It didn't need a sequel, but of course, because it made its money back and then some, they want to do more with it. They want to do more with it. You know what I'm saying? So we see how it turns out. We'll see how it turns out. I just don't have. I'm not a big fan of musicals, so I just don't know why they want to make it into a musical. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think it just would have been fine if they would have just would have left it as a one and done film. But everybody knew once it started making in some real money and started getting, you know, talked about during the award season, like Oscars and stuff like that, Golden Globes. Then they're like, oh yeah, we got to give it a sequel. But I want to know who else do y'all think should get their own movie as far as Batman's villains? I would kind of want to see a standalone Victor Freeze film if they could make that into a more realistic film. Just don't bring back Arnold Schwarzenegger for it. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that would be something to see because I would like to see where they would go with a Victor Freeze film. Um, and in your opinion, I gotta ask, man, who do y'all think has been the best Batman so far? If I have to say, in my opinion, I like Christian Bale. I like Christian Bale. Robert Pattinson has only done one movie, so I can't give him all the credit yet. But I think he did good for one movie. And Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton and Christian Bale are my two favorite Batman, hands down so far. Um, as far as the '90s Batman, I grew up watching those '90s movies, but they really weren't my cup. Growing up now, seeing them now, I think they're garbage. But for what they were at the time, they fit. I just didn't like the metal. I just didn't like the abs and the nipples. I just don't understand that part. I just didn't understand that part. That part just didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Oh, thanks, Puma Fist. I appreciate that, man. I didn't. Sorry, I missed that one. But as far as looking towards what the future holds, like I said, hopefully everything works out for the better when it comes to the DC universe because there's been so much inconsistency, and I think even in Marvel's worst year, I still don't think that the DC universe will catch up. Let me see. Cosmic Cutter says, yes, Keaton was my first introduction to Batman. Besides animated, I agree. Both are fire. Yeah, you know what? I forgot about. Yeah, so Keaton was my first introduction, and then eventually I did watch the animated series that came out back in the '90s, which is good as shit. Um, the work that Kevin Conroy did as Batman is unbelievable and it's unmatched. No matter how many Batman cartoons they drop in the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years, it's never going to touch what the '90s was. Um, I grew up watching both, man. So I grew up watching uh, the Batman and Superman in the '90s, and I grew up watching like Spider Man, Iron Man, Hulk. I think that was the only things I can remember being on TV at the time as a kid. That was it. There's nothing else about the Marvel properties that was out except for those three properties that I can remember. Spider Man, I watched the most. Spider Man, I watched the most. Out of everything that came out, Spider Man was my biggest thing I had to watch. Everything else was just kind of just there. But are any of y'all excited about what we are getting from DC? Not from DC. I'm sorry, from Marvel this year. I know this is pretty much rolling into like the King, uh, Dynasty, getting away from everything that had to do with the Infinity Stones, and now moving on to the King. So, are any of y'all out there excited for what we're gonna get on the Marvel side of things? Because I'm not super excited. On a scale from 1 to 10, I'm giving it a 7 as far as how I feel about it because it just doesn't leave me. I feel like Marvel's best years are behind them. I think these are just some good years, but they're not great years like they were 5 or 6 years ago. Not 5 or 6 years ago, but back basically during the first three phases of Marvel. Those were the best years. Phase 4 was terrible, and I hope Phase 5 is at least good. I hope it does way better than the last phase. I think the biggest thing to me was the fact that we got TV shows and movies. Before, when it was just the movies, it felt special. It felt nice to go to the theater and watch movies. Now we got movies and TV shows, so it doesn't feel as exciting because it's a lot more to take in. So it's like once one thing ends, you jump right into the next one. So I just feel like if they put out less TV shows and just do a handful of movies, it'll make it feel special again. But I think superhero fatigue is real. People feel the burnout. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've definitely felt the burnout. Um, it just doesn't. It hasn't felt exciting to watch anything DC. I mean Marvel related in a while. I'm like I can go back and watch the first three phases and I can still get excited. But as far as what we've gotten recently, it just doesn't feel exciting to me. It just feels uninteresting. Like there was WandaVision was cool, Moon Knight was cool. What else was it? Hawkeye I like, and then there was one more. I can't think of the name of it. There was one more, but yeah, everything else that's been going on with this phase has not been good. I would not bother me if we did not get in Eternals 2. I think one of the actors was pushing for it, but I wouldn't bother me if we don't get in Eternals 2. I just think it was a lot in the movie going on, and I just wasn't interested. I was washing dishes while I was watching that movie. I was not interested. Hey, what's up, Larry? Yeah, I was not interested in Eternals at all, and so yeah, I don't mind if they didn't get a second movie. I'm sorry, but I know some people have been talking about with Marvel on the downslide, can DC catch up? And in my honest opinion, I must say no, because like I said, even if because right the way you look at it right now is DC is on a reset, right? So none of these movies coming out this year matter. So moving into the future, it's like Marvel's still gonna be miles and miles ahead because they're deep into their plan, where DC is just gonna be starting off. So it's not gonna make it doesn't make sense to really compare them anymore, even though people are, because DC is just starting off with a whole new future, where Marvel is gonna be 20, 25 years deep into their future by the time DC even gets off the ground. So it's hard to compare those two, man, because one has been dominating and the other one hasn't. I just never made sense to me why the old regime didn't do this in the first place. Bring somebody in who knew what the heck they were doing, and then why not bring somebody in who knew what the heck they were doing, and then why not bring somebody in who knew what the heck they were doing, and then go from there. Like y'all just kept releasing one movie after another, after another, after another that nobody asked for. Like who asked for the Emancipation of Harley Quinn? Are you serious? Like, come on, man. But to anybody new here, man, please hit that like and subscribe button. You boys officially over 1,000 subscribers. My next goal is definitely getting the watch time hours up. My next goal when it comes to my YouTube channel is getting it to 1,100 subscribers. So I'm hoping to make that goal by the end of this year. I'm also hoping to hit my watch time hours by the end of this year. So keep watching my videos because I'm definitely going to be making more longer videos than shorts just to keep my watch time hours up. Because I'm definitely trying to get this channel monetized this year. But getting back to the whole DC talk, I don't understand why the old regime didn't do this sooner. They should have hired somebody to come in and get the right people behind whoever ran the DC division and go from there. Like, no, y'all just kept releasing movie after movie and none of it made any sense. And so now we officially got this restart happening. And like I said, I know it's going to be a lot of comparisons to Marvel, but you can't obviously because Marvel's going to be years deep into their plan, with DC is just going to be just starting off. Where DC is just going to be starting off. Like I said, the weirdest thing for me is going to be having two different Batman, even though they're in two different universes. It's going to be two Batman, two different actors playing this character, two different set of toys. to pretty much everything when it comes to Batman. On top of that, you can have Damian Wayne, and I see people already on Twitter doing fan casting for who they want to see play the Damian Wayne character. Um, I don't have anybody in particular because I'm not really big into fan casting, so I don't have anybody at the top of my head who I would like to see play this version of Batman or anybody else play Damian Wayne. Honestly, if somebody I like to see play the Batman, it's still they're probably gonna go with the younger Batman. But if I had to pick somebody older, man, it would still be Ben Affleck. I like to see him um still play Batman. I think it'll be kind of funny watching him with somebody that's a younger character play Damian Wayne. But yeah, let me know in the comments section, man. How do y'all feel about this soft reboot? I thought it was gonna be a hardcore, full on reboot, and it's not. It's a soft reboot where we still keeping a small load of the characters, and others are gonna be moving on to other projects, and then we're gonna be getting some new characters. So, how do y'all feel about this being a soft reboot? Because it's different than what I expected. I expected a full on reboot where we're gonna be getting all new characters, a whole new story, but that's not the case. And like I said, when it comes to how I feel about the announcement and everything, I'd expected more, but all honestly, I'm gonna give it a 6. As far as how excited I am, I'm gonna give it a 6 because it definitely didn't get me geeked up to see what he has in store. I don't know. I guess I expected a bigger presentation when it came to the announcement, but it was just like it was a small video where he announced, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing," and then it was just like, "Okay, uh, here's the information. You know, how do you feel about it?" So yeah, so I'm hoping that so I'm hoping that it's gonna be good. We got a couple years. It's gonna be here faster than we can blink. I'm pretty sure they're gonna spend a lot of time between this year and 2024 just getting all their ducks in a row and giving us, trying to give us the best product available, making sure they find the right actors and the right actresses for this job. I know that they said we weren't going to be getting a Wonder Woman in this first uh chapter, I guess you can call it, this first phase. So we're gonna have to wait and see. And to anybody coming in, man, please hit the like and subscribe button. Help your boy uh continue on building his YouTube channel. I'm trying to get at least 10 more people to get 1,020 subscribers. And then, like I said, just keep watching my live streams. I appreciate all y'all because your boy is trying to get to 4,000 watch time hours. So I'm grateful for every last single one of y'all. Give me 1 second. Um, but yeah, it does kind of confuse me. Like I said, looking back at what the old regime is doing compared to what the new regime is doing. At least they have a plan compared to what the old regime didn't have a plan. They was just throwing everything, and it just made no sense. And it sucks for the last 10 years. Everybody always left with frustration that they had no idea what they were doing. And now moving forward, we got this new regime, and hopefully they know what they're doing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they spend a lot of time getting the actors that they want to play these characters. And I know James Gunn said he wanted to have the movies, TV shows, everything integrated into, I guess, almost like one big universe. So he wants it all to connect. And I'm just not sure how that's gonna work when it comes to the video games and the movies and stuff like that. Like, how are you gonna connect those stories? How you because is it gonna be like, okay, we gotta wait for a TV show or a movie, then you get the video game, then same thing again, another TV show, another movie, then the video game. Like, it all has to connect, right? It all has to, the dots have to connect. So I'm still watching Dino. Whatever the last season was, I forgot about the name. There's too many dinos to go back. But thanks for bringing this up, Cosmic Star. I did not feel these recent suits. I thought they were ugly. I thought they were trash. They just so plain. Like, I know they're not taking the suits from the overseas show. They're doing their own thing. but it just doesn't make any sense to me because I'm just like they should have just kind of morphed the old suits with the suits that they're wearing now into something better. Like out of all the designs they came up with, this was the best that they can come up with. These suits just don't look good to me at all. Okay, Fury, thank you, Blurred. I appreciate that. So yeah, the Fury suits are like, but these cosmic, no, well, the old suits look good. These ones do not. Dynamic Fury suits look good. Cosmic Fury suits look like trash. And then a lot of people have been throwing out in the comment section and people's tweets and stuff like that. Um, what is up with the Red Ranger? Um, hold on, give me 1 second. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling these suits. I just wasn't feeling these new suits, man. They weren't really good. Um, I still gotta continue watching the current season that's going on. Now I know that this current season is the longest season of Power Rangers with the same actors since Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So since Mighty Morphin, this is the longest season of Power Rangers that we've gotten of the same team. But I was talking about the Red Ranger because a lot of people in the comment section on social media has been talking about how uh if Zato, I guess, is like whatever Power Ranger he is, the Zenith Ranger, if he's beyond um if he is beyond if his powers are beyond a regular Power Ranger, is he still the leader and then the Red Ranger is just kind of there, or is she the new leader of the team? That's one thing I've been kind of curious about. So I'm about to keep watching to find out what the story is. But I know a lot of people haven't been happy with the fact that, they got these corny suits. And then on top of that, I know the overseas version, their Power Rangers, they've got like 10 or 11 different Rangers, where this Power Rangers, it's like the usual 6, which I don't mind because I'm pretty sure that'd be a lot more time they'd have to put into the show because it would be like 10 or 11 different Power Rangers, right? That they'd have to give time to. Which I think would be pretty weird. But again, man, I just this Ranger season is Cosmic Fury. I don't mind the name. I just these suits are just so terrible. And then I thought they were all wearing capes, but they're not. It's just Zato wearing the cape. Everybody else's suit is just gonna be normal. Now the biggest thing that hits me is the padding underneath. I don't understand the padding. Like they should have just had them work out or something. I don't know, build some more muscle or something. But to have them wear padding under the suits is hopefully it looks better when you actually see it in live action. But these got to be the corniest suits in Power Ranger history. I'm pretty sure this is probably even worse. But in my opinion. But just kind of jumping around here, man. Like I said, when it comes to getting back to DC and that property and what they got going on, um, like I said, I hope it's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be iffy about it. A lot of people that may trash it until they actually see something on screen. I'm gonna keep an open mind about it until we actually get to see something. Because I don't want to trash it until we actually get a chance to see something. because it just doesn't make sense to try shit if we don't know what we got yet. I'm trying to be optimistic. That's my way when I look at all these movies and TV shows, and just try and keep an optimistic view. Try and keep an optimistic view. Um. Anyway, I forgot to keep it going for about 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. I appreciate everybody that could stop by, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to keep a clear head about it. I want to see it do good. I know the Snyder Cut fans are not going to be happy with no matter with what James Gunn does when it comes to this DC universe that he has, because they want what Zack Snyder brought to the table. But the fact is, we're not getting it. It's not going to Netflix. I would be super shocked if it does, but I highly doubt that it is, because it just wouldn't make sense that you don't have that whole thing going on and then this. Because if that does successful on Netflix, I'm just throwing this out there. If that does successful on Netflix, people are going to freak out, because then it's going to be like, well, we'd rather have this than whatever James Gunn's got cooking up over there right now in DC. I still think that, Henry Cavill should still be Superman if they would have kept anybody around, because obviously he's the one that's gotten the unfair shake more than anybody else. He was there for about 3 or 4 movies, but he never got to do a Superman 2 or his own Superman 3. I'd love to see him go up against Brainiac and every other villain they could possibly think of that's in his own gallery. But we ain't getting that, at least not right now. We're going to have to wait and see. So, as much as I'm disappointed that that's not going to happen, like I said, just try and keep open minds, y'all. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there posting fire James Gunn because they're not happy with the fact that we not getting, that he didn't keep Henry Cavill. Like he said, he wasn't fired. He just wasn't hired to be the Superman for his universe, for what he's brought to the table. And that sucks. It does. But obviously, he wants to go on a fresher, younger generation. And that's what we get. So, it's gonna be different. I just wish this the damn title is still bugging me. The Superman Legacy. Like, why Superman Legacy? See, what live action DC show do you want to see next? DC show. Let me see. When it comes to TV shows, I don't know. It depends if they can do it right. I like to see Teen Titans. Well, I know we already got Titans, but I mean a better Teen Titans is what we just got. Kind of like the one they had on Oh, you know what? Like do one about like Nightwing. If I had to pick anybody outside of Titans, or just Batman's team, or better yet, go Red Hood. If I had to think anybody, I would like to see Red Hood. But that probably have to be HBO Max, because I'm pretty sure the way he act, there's no way in the world they could put that on regular television. Give me a Red Hood TV show. I just want to see something different. I just want to see something different. Just go in a completely different direction if we had to go with a DC TV show. If I had to think about anybody else that I like to see on a live action, um, Batman and Superman cartoon, but give us something like more of like kind of like what we had back in the '90s. Because the new stuff they got now has been trash. I think something close to what we had back in the '90s would be fun to go back and see again. Because all this new stuff I haven't really given much attention to, but it's been straight garbage. Trying to think of anybody else in the lineup I could think of in DC. We're already getting the Green Lanterns. But I like to see Jon Stewart get his own film instead of teaming up with Hal Jordan. We already had a Hal Jordan movie. That didn't turn out too good. Now, I know that's before the whole DC universe kicked in, but I would rather us see a Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie, standalone movie by himself. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I think that'd be badass. But we're getting this team up TV show, which I think will be interesting. I just hope the suits look better than what we got back in that movie, back in 2013, 2014 when the movie came out. And just give you out a 5-minute warning. I got 5 more minutes. Um, And I've been trying to, get into more comic books and read because I want to know more about the heroes outside of the movies. But it's hard because obviously we look at the movies, the story changes a lot, and then of course you look at the comic books. There's so many stories. I really don't have nowhere to start. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many stories, it's hard to know where to begin. So I've been trying to just start off wherever I can. There's one story I want to read about. It's the Black Batman in the alternate universe. I know I'm not big on alternate universes, but that's one story that's actually captured my attention. That's one of the stories I want to read about because I think it could actually be good. But like I said, I've went to comic book shops, man, and it's been difficult to know where to start because there's so many different stories. There's so many different stories. But I'm trying to think if there's any other TV shows at the top of my head that I think would be good if it was just a TV show. We got enough Gotham. I think we got enough Gotham TV shows, man. I know they're doing the Penguin show. I haven't heard. That's one thing I missed about this new regime taking over. Does anybody know if we still getting the Penguin show with Colin Farrell? Because I think he did a great job. I think being the Penguin, even though a lot of it was all prosthetics and fake makeup, he did a great job. But I didn't hear if we're still getting this TV show. So if anybody in the comment section, let me know. Are we still getting this TV show? Because that is one thing I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm still looking forward to seeing that. But if I had to look forward to anything, if there were anything I want to see, I'm gonna say this: outside of the DC universe, if there's one thing I want to see, something be created from a comic book to a TV show, which we already got, but it's more kiddie, is the uh Power Rangers. I want to see the Power Rangers Boom Studios comic books be turned into a TV show. Now I understand they may not be able to do it live action, but at least do it animated, put it on Netflix or something. I think that would be badass to see. I still got to get the first issue and still read it, but from what I've seen, the stuff I've read, I think it should be an animated cartoon of the Power Rangers Boom Studios because that would be really cool to watch. Because the stories are so much deeper than the the stuff we got now. Even the '90s stuff is so much deeper. There's so much more detail to the story, and I think it would be cool to see. Okay, thank you for that, man. I didn't know. Thank you. But yeah, I want to see the Power Rangers Boom Studios get turned into an animated TV show because there's so much story to tell. I think it'll work better. And speaking of the Power Rangers, weren't they supposed to be getting a new movie where they went back in time or something like that? I haven't heard anything about that recently, so I think that movie got shelved. I don't think we're getting that. I know we definitely not getting that sequel to the 2017 film. I know that's been dead. I just wish they would have changed their costumes back in that film. But I know there was supposed to be something new coming out. I think either this year or last year or next year about this new Ranger team, but it was going to be them going back into the past, and that was all I knew. And I haven't heard nothing recently about that since. So that's pretty wild to me that that was there. It was fitting it greenly, and then it got dropped. There's one other thing I want to bring up before I end the stream, which I know we're going to be getting the new two different versions of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I know I don't know who's working on one, but I know we're getting I think a movie, and then I know we're getting Seth Rogen is working on a Nickelodeon TV show or a Nickelodeon movie. And I've seen some of the pictures. It looks promising. I'll say that. But I'm gonna wait to judge until we finally get the final product on TV. I'm waiting to get the final product on TV because I just want to wait and see it for myself. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream now. I've had it going for an hour, and I appreciate everybody stopping by. I know it's been a little wonky, but I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hopefully, I can continue this, streaming, getting my hours up, all that good stuff. Make sure you watch out for my videos. I'll see you in my next live stream from the ending now. I'm out. Peace.